Bastow Leadership Teams project has taken us to a lot of places. It's been a fantastic journey. But why be involved? Firstly, a bit of my story. When I first arrived here in late 2010, there was some fantastic things in place. The school was known as a high-performing school and the staff were a very hard-working team. As a leadership team, we looked for opportunities and we decided that something that we could look at was the professional learning teams process. And we were looking at how we could make that totally student-focused. What we found were, with a lot of our meetings, they became an admin meeting. And just by the nature of teachers, we get caught up in the stuff that is the administration issues. So we wanted to look at streamlining the professional learning team process and making it solely about students. So as a leadership team, we were involved in the Bastow Leadership Teams program, and the offshoot of that was to develop the professional learning team process. Now, let's introduce our team. Firstly, my name's Chris Wilder and I'm the principal.
Hi, I'm Terry Keeler, Assistant Principal at AWPS Primary School.
Hi, I'm Josh McDougall and I'm leader of the 5-6 learning community.
I'm Jackie Eastick, I'm the PLT leader for the Prep to 2 learning community.
So what can you expect from today's presentation? Firstly, you're going to find out a bit more about the history and the culture that is our school. Secondly, we're going to talk about the project and the processes that were involved in getting our project implemented across the school. We're going to talk about the role that Andrew, our facilitator, played. We're going to talk about the results of being involved in the project, and we're going to have a look at where to next for our school.
To discuss why we undertook the Bastow program as a leadership team, we felt it was important to discuss the history of AWPS Primary School in regards to its staff, leadership, and how we got to the point where we were when we wanted to start the Bastow program. I've worked at the school for around 9 years now, and in that time there's been significant change in staff and in leadership. Prior to me starting here at the school, for about 15 years the school was extremely settled in its leadership and its staff. It had experienced staff that all knew their job, they knew their roles, and the school ran extremely well. As I said, over my period of time, especially in the last 5 years, there's been significant change in the staff and the leadership, including a 2-year period where we had an acting principal at the school. So what we had now was new staff, new leadership, and a necessity for us to address our culture and to support our new staff in developing themselves in their career. Along with the changes to our staffing, our leadership over the last 5 years, there's also been significant change to the environments we work in. Traditionally originally we were a school where we were centred on 2 wings, corridors and rooms on either side, all separated from each other. Over the last 3 years there's been some significant change in our learning environments to become a much more open planned environment where staff work much closer with each other and students work much closer with each other. Because of that, that meant there was going to be significant change in our teaching processes and how we work together. So again, we felt that this Bastow program was going to support our leadership team in developing processes for meeting structure, develop learning opportunities for staff, and we hope that that would flow on into the way our staff interacted with each other as well. Now, so prior to the Bastow program, the processes of our leadership team was purely administration, and it was a top-down process. There was a leadership team, but we had a principal who decided the agenda and delivered the agenda, and it was an opportunity for the rest of the staff to come in and discuss what is happening at the school and then feed it back to the rest of our staff. But it was purely focused on administration.
Tommy, get another one.
Anthony. Anyone seen Anthony?
Before we start to talk about our PLT project and the development of that, thought we might share what we felt has been the biggest aha moment from the entire project and being involved in the Bastow program. Despite the fact that the project was a leadership team project, the biggest aha moment actually come from our entire staff. And through no deliberate planning, the processes and the cultural change that has occurred throughout our school due to the program and the project has come from our staff. So it meant that it come from bottom up. So even though it was a leadership team project or a program that we're involved in, it didn't, the change in what we didn't start at the leadership level. It actually started with the staff working through how meetings work, how we conduct ourselves in meetings, what we expect of each other, and that cultural change come up through our PLT program, into our leadership team, and then into every other meeting structure we have across the school.